This is the episode that's gonna show the world if Jujutsu Kaisen fandom can actually read. Lore, exposition, crazy lore just being dumped. But the Unga Boongas that don't even read their manga, can they handle this? Hey, listen, I'm built different. I've done my homework. I've already seen season 1 and season 2, reacted to it, came back, did a rewatch for season 1. The compilations are going up. Did a hidden inventory movie reaction into the JJK 0 reaction. Again, content that I already know about, but did it again. I am so fucking locked in and ready to dissect and analyze everything that's gonna happen this time. Let's see what happens today. Boom, right there, descendant of Michizane. Trivia. What's that last name? I know. It's the branch off of the Gojo clan. Yuta. Remember? JJK 0. Gojo casually talking about Yuta's origins. Michizane clan. That's where he's from. So Yuta, he's not a regular normie. This dude is literally couple branches away from the fucking Gojo descent. It's crazy. They're kind of related one way or the other. Sukuna. Tengen-sama! Ooh, that cut there with everybody's reaction. Yeah, nothing for Yuki though, huh? Nothing for... Damn, Yuki got a snatched ass waist. What the hell? She wearing that fucking just what's it called? Corset, bro. But Yuki, yeah, she's like a special grade sorcerer, yet she doesn't seem to have any lineage that's important, right? Michizane clan, child of, Zenin clan descendant, right? Curse womb painting, Sukuna's vessel. Fushiguro and Yuki. No glaze? No glaze for the potential, man? Not Tengen-sama either, just Tengen. Oh, true. Fushiguro is Zenin. True. So nothing for Yuki. That's kind of crazy. Tengen. What named me last time? That name finally mentioned! Aligned with Kenjaku, right? This name's been spread around over and over again, right? It's no surprise at this point, right? Norito Shikamo, Geto, who are these people? Yeah. And Yuji Mama. And countless other vessels, who knows, right? The brain is hopping from one body to another, officially stating the name Kenjaku. So the name Yuki is aligned with it? Wary of you being aligned. Back during Geto arc, is this talking about JJK hidden inventory? Remember when Yuki was just low-key kind of just pushing Geto to be like, hey Geto, did you know that if you killed a non-sorceress, curses might stop existing? You have a choice, you can do whatever you want. And Geto was like... And then he started the cult. Freaky ass Kenjaku. He's not a curse, he's a sorcerer. Sorcerer brain from many ages ago, right? They mentioned the Meiji era, Heian era. There was another era too, right? Norito Shikamo's era, right? I think that was the Meiji time. Tengen-sama's era also was mentioned back then too, right? And then there's the Heian, of course. Kenjaku literally translates to net of compassion and rope of salvation. For who though? Compassion for who? Salvation for who? The people that wants to take Jujutsu sorcery to the next level? At least Yuji says Tengen-sama compared to everyone else here. Yuji, you can't... Bro, come on. You can't just ask why Tengen looks like a thumb. It's a good question though. Because remember, JJK hidden inventory, Amane, right? Amanai was a star plasma vessel, right? Tengen-sama, 500 years, right? And then what happens? Evolution. If it evolves, what happens? Well, Tengen-sama could honestly be the biggest threat to mankind, right? People are scared of shit happening. That's one option, right? So they're trying to reset the curse technique, right? 500 years to reset into a different body. Tengen-sama could have been like an anime girl next time, right? But that body, Toji happened. And the blood, it's the maids. It's Kuroi. Kuroi is off the elevator, right? That's where Toji killed Kuroi. That's the blood they wiped. It wasn't Amanai's, right? But they talked about how, okay, Amanai's vessel's gone. It's dead. Yet they had a replacement ready. So Tengen-sama's replacement was this fucking thumb? We don't know, right? Maybe it's supposed to be ironic. That's right, not eternal youth. Yeah. So this is like literally the end. So Amanai replacement, there wasn't really? Like we're really at that final end of like Tengen-sama's about to like evolve or not. Unless we can reset. Whoa, what is this scene? Yeah. Accelerated. The world itself is who I am now? You are the world? This thumb is a representation of the world? Yo, this camera shot is fucking creepy from the tunnel behind. Failed to assimilate. Rather than Amanai being in my interpretation, there was a replacement, but remember, Amanai was the perfect match. This other replacement, not as good, and the assimilation didn't work, rejected. The world. There wasn't a vessel. Really love how these static scenes, they're just talking. The direction is beautiful. Even here, the tunnel staying present is still, right? Yet the characters are moving forward. So no replacement after Amanai. Was there? There wasn't? There wasn't a new voice. So the voice changes. Ah, okay. So no new vessel. Also, the voice is the narrator, right? Last episode, right, during the fight, we were talking about Chosu's like supernova shit, right? The voice eerily matches Tengen-sama. Now, they could be doing like Strange Grief, if you've seen that anime, right? Sorry, Grieving Soul. Let these Grieving Souls retire. There's a character named fucking the Umu guy, right? Umu. He only says Umu, but he's also the narrator, right? But that's kind of different from, I think, this. Like Tengen-sama, I think, might actually be the narrator rather than the voice actor playing the narrator and the character. Wow, raise his hands. Excuse me. Beta Fushiguro immediately ignored as a Yuta, Gigachad Alpha Yuta just asserts his dominance and talks over him. Yo, the tunnel is moving backwards. Whoa, it's actually moving away. Wait, this is not direction. This is like real, like it's actually happening. Thank you, Sai Zebra, for the 4 months. Thank you. Curse Room Death Painting. Choso. Yeah. From who? Yo. The lighting went dark. Whoa. Alright, let's talk about Kenjaku indeed. This freaky motherfucker that literally took back shots to birth Yuji. I want to make a video on that topic. The topic of that video is going to be titled like, how freaky is Itadori Yuji's parents? Little bit hint. Not hint, not foreshadowing, little teaser. Was it just me that felt that dad was more creepier than mom? Jin. The look in Jin's eyes made me more unsettled than Kaori. Kaori looks sexy, kind of scary, but Jin felt like dead eyes but smiling, and I was like, what the hell? So Dumb wants us to guard. Ota, but okay, power scaling right now. I don't know if this is lore-related reasons, but specifically mentions Yuki, Yuta, and Choso. Kind of fucked up how Tengen-sama doesn't say Choso, just says cursed wound painting. But I guess in terms of power scaling, these three are the most important. I don't know.
護衛をしてもらう。護衛？不死なんですよね。封印とかを危惧。護衛の期間も理由も明かさないのか？
Let's talk about Kenjaku then.
では、ついて語ろうか。
Okay.
あの子の目的はあの強制。
That's right. Optimize cursed energy.
するつもりなんですか?
My guess is through culling games, right? Get rid of Gojo so that new talent can emerge. I think that like at the end of Shibuya Incident 2, like Yuki and Kenjaku were talking about how Yuki's like, no, I'm going back to the old method of like erasing cursed energy rather than optimizing it, right? But Kenjaku was like, nah, I'm going to optimize that shit. But it was like sorcerers don't really exist outside of Japan. Like Miguel exists, but they're very rare. And if you optimize cursed energy in just Japan, then they talked about international warfare, right? America's gonna get upset. Like other countries are gonna get threatened by Japan becoming like the power, like monopoly of cursed energy. And then Kenjaku didn't really explain what he was gonna do after that, though.
それは聞きました。具体的に何？天元様の結界を利用し、無意天変で日本の人間を全員。
それをやるには
Cool visuals.
単純に呪力不足だ。
Okay.
渦巻きで術式で一人一人進化を促すのはあまりに効率が悪い。
I love these bullet points right now. Kenjaku's objective: evolution of mankind throughout Japan. Didn't have enough cursed energy to do so though with Mui Tenpen.
術式で一人一人進化を促すのはあまり進化手段は人類と私の同化だ。
Assimilate mankind with Tengen.
人類と私の
What? Oh, this is a cool scene. This is from the trailer. Again, I really love the red line art here, the lining here. The line work of the border, it really makes it pop out. In this like ephemeral, like translucent realm, right? Where Tengen-sama resides, it does feel different. Like we're in like a magical realm.
あれ？でも同化って。
That's right, Amanai.
の私ならね。
Toji! Evolve. That's right.
聖正体以外との同
Who could it be? One to one? One to many?
君たちの目の前に私の魂は至るところにある。
Not one single soul. Multiple souls?
今、君たちの目の前にいる私ですら私ではない。進化した私、言っただろ。天地そのものが私の自我なんだ。私と
Okay.
そこにいてそこにいない新しい存在。
So, because Tengen-sama was not able to reset, remember, with the star plasma vessel Amanai, and there was no appropriate vessel afterwards that could replace it, evolution started to happen. The soul is now everywhere. It's like multiple souls. Kenjaku wants to merge these multiple souls with regular sorcerers, and then what? More than a sorcerer. What would you become? God? I don't know.
という壁すら越える。そこにいてそこにいない新しい存在の形さ。顎もこうして形と理性を保てている。だがもし人類が
Wait. I'm able to retain my shape and reason. Okay, so in hidden inventory, I think Yaga, Geto, and Gojo, they were kind of talking about what would happen with Tengen-sama, right? If we were not able to reset, and that like, hey, Tengen-sama could crash out on humanity, but because of the barriers, what the fuck are these barrier techniques, man? Tengen-sama is able to, that threat is gone now. But those other people who assimilate, those people don't have the barrier technique. They could crash out.
だから進化後もこうして形と理性を保てている。だがもし人類がめたら世界は終わりだ。
Tengen-sama voice acting funny.
を始めたら世界は終わりだ。なぜ？今年一瞬さ。1億人分の汚れが世界で再現されるんだ。
Yo, rather than the Shibuya incident, it's called the Earth incident. So there would be no boundaries between individuals. Basically, any human that would assimilate with Tengen-sama without those bear techniques would go mad with power, and they would all just start crashing the fuck out. And Kenjaku wants that to happen because he wants to take over the world. Because again, there's like nuclear war threat, right? I mean, even in the opening, there's like a bomb dropping, right? I don't know who's dropping it, but the bomb is there. But like the threat of different countries in the world being threatened by Jujutsu sorcery being just like honed in Japan. What about that stuff?
なぜ子としての境界がないんだ。1億人分の汚れが世
Tengen-sama's
界に流れ
laughing.
てる。先に
I kind of want to see it
何
happen.
のためにそんなことすんだよ。
私に人の心
Why? It could be as simple as Kenjaku's bored. In the opening, Kenjaku's laughing his ass off, like, ooh, what's going on here in the culling games? And he's like, ha 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 ha, right? You're just having fun. I think this guy just wants to relive the glory days of Heian era, wants a bunch of Jujutsu sorcerers to just arise, get rid of Gojo Satoru because he's an absolute that would limit the potential of these new sorcerers and non-sorcerers to, you know, just hone their cursed energy and learn how to be more powerful. He wants them to just all crash out and basically just have a, I don't know, fun time. Couldn't it be that simple? Does there need to be a big brain play?
ね、これも言っただろう。私に人の心まではわからん。
Yuki looks so good here.
すればいいだけじゃないですか。
そこが問題なんだ。
Can they reject?
真人間より呪霊に近い。
Tengen-sama's evolution makes them closer to a curse than a human? What the fuck is Tengen-sama from the beginning again? I don't know, it's like this omnipotent being that's just like characterized like a tree that just like stays in place and just buries always, right? But Tengen-sama was a person. Many eras before, it was a real person, right? And Jujutsu society kind of formed around it. And then the bears are kind of there to basically establish this Jujutsu sorcery culture. But their technique also like makes them evolve into a curse. A human sorcerer evolving into a curse? That's crazy. Suguru get to his death. Curse spirit manipulation. That's right. The curse technique here. Let's listen to that.
進化を果たした今の私は蘇生としては人間より呪霊に近い呪霊操術の術式対象だ。
Ah. Make Tengen-sama into a curse. But then what? And then Kenjaku would get the bear technique, right? Uzumaki. Right? We would then it's like it's a power, but you also can extract one technique for one-time use.
呪霊操術の術式対象だ。
Okay.
と接触した時点で取り込まれるかもしれない。だから私の本体をその上で超え
Go back.
実力を賢弱の術師としての実力を考慮すない。
And that's why Tengen-sama's
だ
scared.
から私の本体は今構成宮で全て
Okay, Tengen-sama's rejecting everything because they're kind of scared. It's just like high alert, not fucking around at all.
ああ、賢弱は私に次ぐ結界術の使い手。構成なぜ今なんだ。聖正体との同化を阻止。お前を
That's right.
操る。賢弱は少なとも関わりがあるようだった。
True?
少なくと今なんだ。
The six eyes? Six eyes mentioned!
これらはすべて因果でつながる。
Remember, Gojo Satoru, I think, is the first person in the Gojo clan in 400 years, right? To have the six eyes. Six eyes are a trait in the Gojo clan that is extremely rare. It basically allows you to optimize control and flow of cursed energy, and Mugen, limitless. A regular Gojo clan person could do it, but it'd be really fucking hard. Impossibly hard. Six eyes allows you to utilize limitless and way more than that. But okay. Tengen six, so fate. This generation. Six eyes pulling up now. It's very important, right?
陸眼これらはすべて因果でつくは過去に2度陸眼の術師に敗れている。2度目の結果は過去に2度陸眼の術師に敗れ
Oh, shit. 2 times in the past. 3rd time's the charm? It's always been a Gojo clan member. What about the other Gojo clan people that don't have six eyes? That can't even utilize limitless. You know? Maybe it's like the Zenin clan shit where like not everyone has the 10 shadows, right? You see the speedy guys, right? There's a lot of different hereditary techniques, right? They're not just all bums. There's no way they're all bums. There must be other curse techniques that's not like limitless, you know, 6-size shit that they can use, but back in the past. So that's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, bathroom break. We're cooking too hard right now. Bathroom break. Be right back. All right. Lock in. Where we at? 6 size. Tengen. Vessel.
聖書体そして陸眼これらはすべて因果でつなが過去に2度陸眼の術師に敗れている2度目の賢弱は徹底していた以内に殺し
Whoa.
していた聖書
He killed a bow star plasma dancer and the bear of the 6 sides within a month. Bro, spawn camping! Bro, spawn camping! The Gojo clan!
2度目の賢弱は徹底していた聖書
By the way, 6 sides can exist out of the Gojo clan, right? It is a trait that exists in the Gojo clan. It's not a technique, right? But it's specific in the Gojo clan, right? Or can it be other clans too? Other clans can have 6 sides. Oh, they can? So anybody... So it is... Why are you guys saying fucking no then? Jesus. Okay, it is just Gojo clan. Jeez, why are you saying... It is only Gojo clan. No. Holy shit, lobotomy Kaisen retards are in my chat. Okay, spawn camps. A month. Oh! Still appeared! Wait. First time, he got cucked by the Gojo clan with the 6 sides. Second time, bro spawn camped? But even then, by the time later on, new 6 sides and Star Plasma Vessel pulled up. So it just like respawned. Bro spawn camped and then respawned. Gojo. Okay. So Kenjaku sealing Gojo away wasn't so that Gojo would stop the culling games. Well, I'm sure that still has a part to play in it, right? It has to, right? Yeah. Based. Glaze. Does he get it? Megumi has no clue, right? Like, Toji got his closure by hearing that Megumi's last name was still Fushiguro. But, like, to Megumi is like, what? Maki knows of Toji. I don't know. I would assume that a long time ago when Mai and Maki were still at Zenin Temple, you know, and Toji's still around, she probably knows, right? I would love it if Toji acknowledges Maki but not Naoya. That would be such a slap in Naoya's face. That'd be the funniest shit. The way that Naoya just glazes Toji, but Toji's like, yo, Maki better. Maki's basically me. You Naoya, you fucking suck.
天陽呪縛によるフィジカルギフテッドその中でも得意な完全呪縛の力で陰を破壊してしまった
Whoa!
得意な完全に呪力から脱却した存在
Yeah.
因果の外に出た人間が私たちの運命を破壊してしまった
Toji's existence is an anomaly. Toji was also like the first example patient that Yuki was going to utilize to understand how to free humanity from cursed energy, right? But beyond that, this fate, Kenjaku, 6 eyes, Star of Plasma Vessel, it exists in a nice harmony. But then an unknown variable pulled up in the form of Toji. And it's now all chaos. But the Heavenly Pact, though. Angels exist in this show. The trailer literally showed us that there's an angel with the curse technique that's gonna free Gojo. That's what the trailer said. Heaven. Angel. God. Is it really random? Is there a God up there? Is there a creator? And the other way too, is there a hell? Like an angel clearly exists. Do we have demons and devils and shit, right? So this right now, Toji being gifted this heavenly pact, was it really just like Kenjaku has his plan? But you know that meme of someone's like pointing a gun behind the other guy's head and it just keeps going back and back and back? Kenjaku seems to be the Aizen of this world, planning, scheming, taking back shots, having kids for the love of the game. But what if someone's playing Kenjaku? And that is the heavenly people that has given Toji this heavenly pact.
呪縛の力で因果の外に出た人間が私たちの運命をそしてそこには呪霊操術を持つ少年意図せず
Okay, I gotta clarify this story, right? There's probably like 20 people I should have banned already, but here's the thing, right? I know that you guys are very excited about Jujutsu Kaisen, but I also know that you have the IQ of 79! When I ask a question and you say no, you think you're not spoiling, but you are guiding me into a specific direction. It's an indirect spoiler, right? I know it's hard for you to understand this. So when I ask a question, just shut the fuck up. Have a bit of like awareness and think and use your brain. Should I answer this guy? Like if I'm recalling memories in the past and ask you details, then of course you should help, right? But when I'm asking like, does an angel exist? Right? Come on. You're not gonna beat the fucking allegations if you're this fucking dumb. Come on, guys. Come on. Be better than that.
因果の外に出た人間が私たちの運命を破壊してしまった
Also, Kenjaku is so dramatic in the voice acting. I love it. Kenjaku is so fucking emotionally driven in the voice act. She's like telling a play, and then Toji showed up and destroyed the chains of fate. Oh my god, Kenjaku. Oh, sorry, Tengen. So dramatic. Awaken my monkeys!
意図せず獄門教以外のピースが全て揃ったんだ。今日も賢者の手に渡った。
How? They never gonna ask that? Prison realm though. What happened? I don't know, don't worry about it.
その獄門教も賢者の手に渡った。
Just happened.
じゃあ死滅回遊
どうか前の奈良市だよ。
Trying to pick rightful candidates?
高確率で不完全なものとなるだろう。あの呪力とコロニーとコロニーで結んだ境界を使ってこの国の人間を被害として私たちとなるだろう。死滅回遊は結んだ境界を使ってこの国の人間を彼岸へ渡す
To the other side.
つもりだ。
Basically, the calling games is a round of warm-up and just to get people to understand the curse techniques and stuff. Get ready for the assimilation, right? Whoever comes out on top, you guys are worthy candidates to become assimilated with these multiple souls of Kenjaku, and then what, right? Well, the whole goal again, right, is for them to just start crashing out. You want like the Shibu incident happening on a global scale.
の儀式を成立させるために賢者自身も縛りを負っているはずだ。その一つ。
The game master must approve any additional rules requested under Rule 6 above, except when the rule would significantly hinder the continuation of the calling game. Regarding the number of pacts, Kenzaku was talking about in the finale of Shiba Incident, right? How, like, he's talking to Yuki and talking about, when I received these bodies, all those pacts were annulled, right? 6-7! Yeah, I got a 6-7.
その一つとしてではない。だがこれは君たちにとって不利に働くな。
Okay. Okay. Who made this? Didn't Bro make this game? But the trailer said Noritoshi Kamo made the game. How old is this game? I thought that Kenjaku just made up this shit up on the spot for fun. But the trailer just said Noritoshi Kamo made the game. So Noritoshi Kamo of the fucking Meiji era back in the day? Like, what?
その一つとして死滅回遊のゲームマスターは賢者ではない。
Who's the game?
だがこれはゲームマスターしてその一つとして死滅回遊のゲームマスターは賢者だから。
Can he be a player?
賢者を殺しても死滅回遊は終わらないのだから。
Huh.
プレイヤーが全員参加を拒否して死ぬ。
Nah, the players are all not all gonna refuse to part and die? Yeah, fuck that. We're not doing that.
死滅回遊のルールにある永続はあくまで儀式を中断させないための保険だ。
The culling games feels less of like a game that we're all just playing, but more of like an actual simulation in the form of like a curse technique that can't be stopped. And these rules are like very dangerous. You know what I mean? I genuinely thought that like this is just like made up game with rules. And I'm like, why are we participating? Who's making us play this fucking game? But now it feels like you have no choice. This game feels like a fucking technique. Now it's like you're living in it. You have to do this.
終わらない死滅回遊のルールにある永続はあくまで儀式を中断させない
だね。僕らも死滅回遊に参加して。
By spending 100 points, not counting the initial point value assigned to them, players may negotiate with the GM to add an additional rule to the culling game. That's pretty fun. Kenjaku himself cannot be the GM though. Who's going to be the game master then? And Kenjaku himself will be participating in the culling games then as a player.
僕らも死滅回遊に参加して。積み木さんやルールを追加するしかない。
Yo, Sumiki, bro. This scene was very unsettling. I thought that Fushiguro Megumi would be very happy about the awakening of his sister. And maybe his sister is still, you know, in like a vegetative state, and that's why there was no like big hugs and crying. But like, I wonder, because Kenjaku picked Sumiki intentionally, and Sumiki also has Toji's blood, right? Sumiki and Megumi both share the same dad, but different moms. And Sumiki was handpicked, right? This is not like a random person, like, not related. I thought they shared the. I thought people were saying. I know she's like an adoptive sister, but someone was like gaslighting me saying like it was like the same dad. Okay. But still handpicked. Still handpicked by Kenjaku. So I'm assuming huge potential sister.
回遊を抜けるルールを追加するしかない。もう並行しましょう。あの人がいれば一人で全て肩がつく。
Yeah. But I feel like that's bullshit though, right? The writing is very weak if we just let Gojo out and say, hey, I'm Gojo Satoru, haha, I'm gonna Gojo Satoru all over the place. I don't think that's gonna be the solution here.
あの人がいれば一人で全て肩がつく。
Okay. Not even Megumi's objective, bro. Itadori's friend is crazy. Alright, create a rule to escape the calling games or free Gojo Satoru.
天元様
その前に誰が残るか決めてくれ
Tengen-sama. Yuji and Tengen-sama interaction is kind of cute here.
天元様
その前に誰が残るか決めてくれ
俺がユージには乙骨かこの女の協力が必要不可欠だろう
Are you fucking kidding me? Yuki benched again? When am I ever gonna see a fucking domain expansion out of this girl? What the fuck? 3 seasons deep now. All she does is pull up at the very end and start fucking aura farming, and I don't even know what she's about. I don't even know her curse technique. I just know there's like a floating serpent thing that goes around. They benching her. Gege just won't let her fucking play. This bullshit.
私が残る
At least we've seen Choso already
ユー
though.
ジには乙骨かこのノリとし賢弱がここに天元を狙って立つことが弟たちの急
Choso is aware, right? Kenjaku in the form of Noritoshi Kamo, right, is the one that basically. This gets freaky. There was a woman in the past during Noritoshi Kamo's era that could somehow fuck a curse and have a baby. Kamo knocked that bitch up 9 times. But Kamo isn't Kamo. Kamo is Kenjaku. There's Kenjaku brain, and then there's Kamo vessel with the blood techniques. That's why Choso can do that shit. And then there's what? The girl that's adaptable with the curse. And then there's the curse. Isn't there 4 people in the making of the baby? I'm like, it's not just Kamo and the girl, it's the curse and the girl and the Kamo and the brain. Anyways, 9 aborted fucking babies, and then the venge, right? The vengeance, right? They were talking about this at the end of season 1, I think, about how Choso brother, they were all special grades, right? And like the vengeful feelings of the mom, like how that kind of seeped into it.
さらだ奴の命を絶つことが弟たちの救済だ
Wait. Well, what about actually Noritoshi? Wait. What about current Noritoshi Kamo though? Because Noritoshi Kamo again is the name of the worst of the fucking worst in the past. But also in this current era, the guy with the mom who, you know, apparently his mom was a whore and he was shamed for it, right? And his entire thing was to be you know, he and Megumi was having a little bit of interaction, saying we're both gonna be our clan heads. Yeah. So ain't he also Kenjaku spawn then? Isn't that? How does that work? Isn't he? Doesn't he have the blood of Kenjaku too then? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Because that's still Kamo clan, and Noritoshi Kamo is the patriarch of that branch. Why not? No? Why wouldn't you be?
サラダ。奴の命を絶つことが弟たちの救済だから。
Okay.
いいかな、乙骨くん。
はい。僕はもうみんなと離れたくないので。
ありがとう。
I will acknowledge Yuki's ass here. I still think that they fucked up Yuki's ass in the opening, but here, I see the vision. That's the dump truck. See it pop out? The curves right here? Thank fucking God. Here, nice too. They need to do better on this ass, man.
はい。僕はもうみんなと離れたくないので。
ありがとう。
I had a thought the other day. We haven't seen Yuta's domain expansion. Rika could technically do a domain expansion, no? Why not? Right? If Rika still is a cursed domain I was like, could you imagine a double domain that'd be fucking crazy, right?
僕はもうみんなと離れたくないので。
ありがとう。
Okay.
これが。
あ、
そのために必要な獄門鏡裏だ。
Yo, it's the prison seal, but it's closed eyes. Rather than open eyes, closed eyes. Wait, what? It's the back?
の解放。そのために必要な獄門鏡。初耳だね。
Front, back?
門ってこと。
そうなるね。
Back door?
賢弱におそらく海外にあった。
Where abroad?
この裏門を踏んだが無駄だったね。
Ah.
この裏門。
Back front door.
これを開ければ。
Front.
いや、
Can we go meet him
あく
inside?
まで開門の権限は表こじ開けるには。あらゆる術式を強制解除す
Toji's weapon!
る天の逆鉾。
Yo, where's the worm? Geto has it. Fuck, Kenjaku has the worm right now. Yo, that worm survived Hollow Purple. Toji got a chunk half moon? That worm got hit. But that worm survived the imaginary technique, Murasaki. So just power scaling the worm right now.
をこじ開けるにはあらゆる術式を
OP
あらゆ
weapon.
る術式効果を
Yo,
生み出し
Miguel!
搭載する極上このどちらかが
But didn't the Kenyan people, like the entire like country's worth of sorcerers, had to like weave their curses for like generations? That's what Miguel was saying in JJK 0? And Gojo was like, I don't give a fuck.
このどちらかが必要だだが被害に封印したか破壊してしまった
Gojo sealed it. I don't know what happened. I just thought that it was in the worm right now.
バトルが海外
It's gone.
何してんの先生。
国上も
Because he didn't like the fact that there's a tool that can bypass Mugen. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of fucking bullshit, bro. Like, I have my OP fucking shield, and you have a tool that can just bypass that? Hell, fuck that shit. Yeah, you know what? I destroyed it too.
封印したか破壊してしまった
何してんの先生。
決して
The fucking two things that could save Gojo Satoru right now is both gone because of Gojo Satoru. That's poetic. He deserves this shit.
先生。
国上も去年
何してんだあの人。
Both of them are turning.
国上の残りは。
Yeah, this thing, he's like, if we have Gojo, we can solve everything. What is he thinking? Both Yuji and Megumi, bro.
何してんだあの人。何してんだあの人。
Miguel.
アフリカでミゲルさんと探してたんだけど。
Okay.
海外。
に関しては無駄。
Oh, really? I thought that like Miguel was just such an OP sorcerer that Gojo like acknowledged his skills and rather than training locally, just sent him abroad and you know, I don't know, Miguel would coach him, right, and just be better.
それで言ってたんですね。
これ
Miguel!
手はあるんだ
Love the red lines here, man. Even in this scene where we're having a little flashback, right, you can still see the outlines of Megumi and Yuta. I like this. Like the direction of this episode is fantastic. I think this episode is a textbook example of how exposition setup dialogue scenes should be. not standstill images of mouse moving, but so much things happening, right? Background layers moving around, character interactions, also dynamic, like usages of like 3D techniques like this, right? It's so stimulating. Like things are just happening and I'm immersed, man. This is a textbook masterclass on how Classroom of the Elite should be. How Tensura should be. Ay, ay, ay. That's a different video we gotta talk about.
消してしまった。
何してんだあの人。
コット探してたんだけど、
海外ってそれで言ってたんですね。
これに関して
手はあるんだろ。ああ、っているプレイヤーの中に天使を名乗る1000年前の
Angel!
天使がいる。
Okay, so you're not an actual angel. So all my theory crafting of like heaven and hell and demons and devils and angels is she LARPing. This bitch straight up just fucking LARPing as an angel and I all my
の中に天使を名乗る1000年前の
angel. Nah, these are fucking attachment wings, bro. You got this shit off of fucking Walmart. Plastic fucking wing attachment. Nah, get that shit out. Halo? Nah. Fuck you. Fuck, get this trumpet out of my fucking hand. Trying too hard. Nah.
気を消滅させる。
Extinguish. Huh? Extinguish any other curse. That's a very specific word. That's a very specific verb, man. Put out any curse technique. So even limitless, Mugen, it could be extinguished? To cancel out, nullify. Nullify, better word?
彼女の術式は
Like the turtleneck hoodie though. Or sweater. Hana Kurusu. Yeah, this is not named Gabriel, Michelangelo, fucking Lucifer, Hana Kurusu. We got a fucking chuny Japanese girl calling herself a fucking angel. But, here's the thing though. But. 1,000 years ago though. What? She doing fucking Kenjaku shit too? How you here 1,000 years later, right? Unless that's also cap. Ah, maybe. Maybe this is a real angel. Maybe. I hope this is a real angel, man. I'm gonna be so mad if it's not. Kurusu. Oh, that was a long intro. That was a long ass fucking intro. Okay. Have you guys understood everything that's happening so far? Okay, let me try to just TLDR. TLDR, big bad boss is named Kenjaku. Kenjaku has been in the body of Norito Shikamo, Yuji's mom, and currently in the body of Geto for this ultimate plan. What's the ultimate plan? Bro wants shit to just crash out, right? Bro wants a bunch of sorcerers to assimilate with the multiple souls of Tengen-sama to become this thing that will just be like Sukuna's in the Shibu incident globally. Why is there multiple souls of Tengen-sama? Tengen-sama is now evolving, right? That 500 year, remember, every time we need a renewal, Amanai got bang, right? So Tengen-sama is kind of at that final stretch right now. Why right now is Kenjaku doing this shit? Kenjaku? No. Tengen? 6 eyes and the vessel. Bound by fate. Toji heavenly restriction threw everything out of order. Chaos. Kenjaku just wants to have fun. Why is he doing this though? I don't know. I don't know why Kenjaku wants to do this shit other than bro just wants to relive the glory days of Heian era. I think it could be that simple. I think he just has nostalgia for back in the good old days when everyone's fucking popping off with fucking domain expansions. You know that meme, right? That meme panel is like, oh, I haven't seen these techniques since the Heian era, right? Like that kind of vibes. I think he wants that shit to happen in the modern world, and this is his plan to do so. And the Cullen games again is what? A way to kind of warm up, test the new samples, these projects that he's set up such that they will hone their cursed energy and be that candidate to assimilate with the Tengen souls to just crash out on a global scale. How do we solve this? have a rule that gets us out of the game. Remember that we can make a rule, or free Gojo. How do we free Gojo? Fuck, Toji's weapon and Miguel's rope, they gone. Because of Gojo. We have the angel though. We have a LARPing angel that is still 1,000 years old. Right? So, we gotta go find the angel. That's it. That was still a lot though. I try to really make it as simple as possible. But I think that we have gotten a good enough understanding of what's going on. Let's go. Oh, also, for some fucking reason, Yuki and Choso has to stay behind. I'm mad. I'm genuinely mad that Yuki has to stay behind. This girl has been hyped and glazed for so many fucking seasons of movies. And finally when I'm like, oh my gosh, she gonna pull. We don't have Toto anymore. We got Yuki coming. Nah, she's still fucking benched. Bathroom break. All right, lock in, let's go. Luca's in here? All right, let's lock in. About the calling game.
術式を消滅させる
Open that back. The angel is gonna open Gojo Satoru's behind. Is this Tengen-sama's barrier technique? Just storing shit? But that's like spatial distortion though. Like, but what the hell is a barrier technique, to be honest? Feels very like general, vague, just kind of seems to be able to do anything. Nippon, the colonies. Alright. Okay, so the real lore dump starts now. Oh, I thought we were done. I thought we could relax for a bit. Oh, okay. Alright, take out your notes again. Alright, part 1 is okay. Now it really begins. Okay. That was the warm-up. I see.
まずそこの頃にそれが日本の人間を彼岸へと渡す境界を結ぶ結界と彼岸へ渡る行為は呪術的に大きな意味を持つ
Yo, season 1! This is the girl, the blonde girl, right? Was it the blonde girl that was talking about it? The driver girl? Yeah, this is the, you know, the cursed womb arc, right? With the jump spot off the bridge.
川や境界をまたぐ
Nice reference.
八十八橋の時の
Yeah. Dude, I don't blame anyone if they don't remember this shit. If I didn't do the season 1 reactions again, right? Like, there is no way I would have been like, the fuck is this?
八十八橋の時の
Loading. Cool visuals. Loading. Whoa. Yeah, Hokkaido is different, right? Hokkaido has like a... They mentioned it. Was it last episode? No. There was like a different clan of people in Hokkaido that live. That's like exist outside of like regular Japanese people. Apparently like in real history too, right? Long time ago. There's something special about Hokkaido. Yeah, Ainu people. The Ainu people. The challenging land, the catchphrase issued by the 99 by the Hokkaido government office. Yeah, the Ainu people. Yeah. JJK 0 mentions that. Yep. Everyone? Wonder if the Ainu people will be relevant, or if Hokkaido just rejected. Just, you know, it'd be cool if the Hokkaido people had like a, I don't know, a function to play because they got specifically excluded for this and could bail us out later. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's like a good example, but like they are the indigenous group in Japan. Sure, let's go with that. Rule number 1. After awakening their curse technique, players must go to a colony of their choice within 19 days and pledge their participation.
10月31日24時5秒
Sumiki!
ざっと10日と15時間
Imagine Sumiki can already do domain expansion. Imagine Sumiki just oral farms on her wheelchair. That'd be crazy. Rule number 2. Players breaching the first rule shall be stripped of their technique. Stripped? Kinky. But like, do we die? No, right? It's just technique gone, right? They die? Oh.
術式の剥奪か
Girl, this is more degenerate than Komoe Sensei from fucking Toaru. Actually, no. If you look at the interior, it's not a crack house. Because Komoe Sensei literally lives in a fucking project, in a fucking abandoned building, bro. She doesn't even have a fucking roof anymore, bro. Smoking fucking 3 packs of cigarettes. But the funny thing about Shoko, right, is the fact that reverse curse techniques, like Gojo basically using his techniques, it fries his brain. The amount of stress, the strenuous activity, right? If you've seen Hidden Inventory arc, when he is staying up to make sure Amanai is taken care of and have the fun last moments, he's staying up all night, fucks his brain up, right? That's why when he's fighting off Toji, he's so weakened. Later on, after that, he becomes way better where he can use reverse curse technique to keep his brain refreshed while doing all these things that would fuck his body up. Shoko is the master of reverse curse technique, that seems like. So all the smoking, drinking, all the damage, my theory was she could reverse curse technique and just offset all that. So my headcanon shit is, this is how she copes with the KFC incident. She was there. She was the one that contacted Gojo when Geto finally pulled up, right? And then the KFC incident happened. Shoko is the biggest Fujo. She ships these two and now it's a heartbreak. And in order to cope with it, she drinks copious amount of alcohol and smokes.
術式の剥奪するルールだろ
Oh my god, the
だとしたら
flames.
剥奪
I ship these two. I ship these two, bro. Ichichi, bro. I love Ichichi so much. Yo, Ichichi propaganda. Any Ichichi enjoyers? The agenda, bro. These two, same generation. Yo, he's younger than Gojo Satoru, by the way. Ichichi and Shoko ship. Let's go. The flame here looks fucking beautiful, man. Look at the different colors. Purple, red, orange, yellow. That purple hue is beautiful.
れるルールだろだとしたら剥奪は無意転変で行われるわけじゃない剥奪だから縛りでもない
Look at Ichichi sitting there like a good boy.
となると脳に
Woo! Ichichi getting front row seats to this right now? Look at him sitting there like a good boy.
となると脳に無理やり何かしら作用するわ死ぬと思う
God damn,
じゃ
Shoko.
なきゃみんな参加拒否するだろうし翔子さんのよ
Damn, Ichichi got no lines. I'm glad that he was there though. They're just talking, right? I guess it'd be kind of schizo. Shoko just monologuing alone, right? Giving context to what's happening in the dialogue, but it's kind of meaningless. Bro just sitting in the cuck chair. But who's that? Is he getting cucked by the cigarette? He's just watching. He just Ichichi, bro, even though, how does a man have such a little aura though? As much as I love Ichichi, my brother in Christ, why are you sitting like that? He's such a good boy.
となると脳に無理やり何かしら作用するわけだからよ
Alright.
じゃなきゃみんな参加拒否するだろうし翔子さんの読み通りだったんだよな
Oh.
つうかパンダはどうなんだ
Panda.
あいつ脳とかあんのか
Panda. Panda janai. What is Panda? He's a cursed doll. He is the ultimate form of Yaga's cursed corpse technique, right? Corpse mutation. Panda wa panda janai, right? Any doll, as long as there's a vessel, Panda can exist, right? Even if his arms get cut off, they can just stitch him up. Yeah, he doesn't have a brain. As long as there's a cursed corpse though, and we can extract like the soul of Panda, we can place it in. Isn't that how it works?
つうかパンダはどうなんだ
Rule number 3.
これさどうなんの
NPCs.
少なくとも一度は外に出る機会
Non-players shall become players upon entering a colony, and their entry shall be taken as pledging to participate in the culling game. Okay, non-players, right? They're given a chance to leave.
これさ初めから結界の中にいる一般の
外に出る機会を与えられる
マジ
随分と親切ですね
Dude, imagine there's a fucking schizo freak that just like rises up to the challenge and comes out on top. This like non-player, right? He just happened to be in the colony. Bro has no idea, but he's fucked in the head. And he does this for the love of the game. And somehow he's able to like awaken the curse techniques and like just start popping off. Like what if there's like a guy that approaches Kenjaku and be like, yo, I want to play this game. Come on, just do your fucking brain techniques on me, bro. Like awaken the curse tech. No, but you need Mui Tempen to that. That's how Junpei, right? Mahito was able to awaken Junpei like that. I don't think it's possible anymore. But it'd be so compelling if there was a character, random pedestrian. Bro just has nothing to live for, and he's like, there's a game? Fuck it, let's go. And he's like a crazy freak, and he pops off, just unlocks domain expansion. That's headcanon territory, though.
なくとも一度は外に出る機会を与えられる。
マジ？
随分とし
の出入りに関する条項がない。プレイヤーに始め結界から出るというメカさせる狙いだろう。プレイヤーを
Free will, consent. Yo, shout out to Ino. Players will receive points upon ending the life of another player. That sounds about that. That's pretty easy, right? You kill a dude and you get points. Nobody said anything about that rule. we just saw. Yeah, people die when they're killed and move on. That sure. Aww, did you see that? Megumi, bro, the empath. He just cares so much about Yuji, man. Look at Megumi giving Yuji the side eye when such a sensitive topic came up regarding his PTSD. What was these visuals? I see a cell phone. Hand. I thought he was gonna be thinking about, you know, the Shibuya incident shit. What is this? Which scene of the Shibuya incident was it? Why does he have a phone? Skinner's domain expansion? Why is there a cell phone there? Was there a cell phone there? I still haven't rewatched Shibuya incident. That's why all that information gone. Why is the cell phone there though? Oh, just random people? Wait, isn't this the Gyaru girl? The Geto's daughters? Right? But points shall be designated based on the value that the game master gives their life. And fundamentally, a sorcerer will be worth 5 points, while a non-sorcerer will be worth 1 point. Points shall be designated based on the value that the GM gives their... Okay, basically, like, there's different, like, worth of points. Sorcerer versus non-sorcerers.
総則に原則ってごちゃってすんな。
I mean, 100 points is actually kind of crazy then, huh? 5 points? You would need to kill 20 regular sorcerers to get 100 points for that rule. Or 100 non-sorcerers. That's kind of crazy. That's a lot of kills.
総則に原則ってごちゃってすんな。伏黒？
Yeah, who's the GM?
っていうのは
各プレイヤーに1体ずつつく尺に言えばゲームマスター
Cute mascot? Game mascot?
左右のプログラムそのものと思った方がいい。
The game itself is the game master. Okay. Kenjaku can't be the GM. Oh, sure. Oh, they don't exist. The GM is the game. It doesn't exist, but it does. Can we exploit that? Is it? I mean, this is not a software, right? This is a system based off of mystical powers and shit. I don't know if we can interfere with the system. Alright.
なるほど。
Yuji.
なるほど。
Sure. Do you get it though? Joseph's giving Yuji the eye here of like, my little brother, you are not getting this at all. Rule number 6. By spending 100 points, right? Not counting the initial point value, right? Negotiate to add the rule. But like, will the GM really allow us to just like, again, right? What were the two options of escaping the culling game? Gojo Satoru or make the rule? Negotiate the rule. Add. You can only add. Yuji's trying his best to be like, Omoshiroi. Interesting. Let me think about that for a second.
遠回しに否定ならいける
We can play around with the rules. GM must approve of any additional rules requested under Rule 6 above, except when rules will significantly hinder the continuation of the culling game. And that's what we're trying to do, significantly hinder the continuation. We're trying to fucking quit it. Or we're trying to just leave it.
判断基準があっち任せすぎる。
Yeah, it's too subjective.
ある程度は公平な判断にここまでのルールを敷いているんだ。呪術的にはこれ以上賢弱に利益が勝つ。
Rule number 8.
また人を殺さなきゃいけないの
Yeah, players who did not show a change in any points, right? You have to, right? It's like a quota. You don't do anything, then you...
また人を殺さなきゃいけないのか
Yup. Huh? You have an idea? I'll do the killing for you. I don't know. I thought that if you participate, you have to slay your enemies. But you don't have to. Wait. Change in points. Can we add points and subtract? Can we manipulate the points without killing?
また人を殺さなきゃいけないのか
いや
とりあえず情報は整理できたな。
The most interesting thing about the rules so far is that rule, right? Negotiate with the GM, and as long as it's not going to impact the continuation of the calling games, fuck it, right? But it's a very subjective thing. And Tengen-sama is telling us that the GM is going to be fair. That's not going to it's going to be biased towards Kenzaku, considering it's already so much. So, but very interesting how the rule set plays out.
とりあえず情報は整理できたな。あとはそれぞれの焼きさんと長宗はここに残って。
God damn it!
天元様の護衛。
At least we get Yuta, you know? Pisses me. We've seen a lot of Choso. Choso's already kind of popped. You know what's kind of fucked up with Choso? Bro's being posterized in every fucking Aura Farm moment right now on Twitter, even though he won. It's fucked up. All Choso wanted to do was be a good big brother. And he also won the battle against Naoya. But social media has a different agenda. It's like 15,000 separate fucking cuts of different anime where Choso's getting fucked up. I saw a cut of Freeran fucking Choso up the other day. And they're all just... And I love it. I love the meme potential. I think that's definitely how you hype market artists, you know, see potential in it and add in their own versions using different anime characters. But how the fuck did the guy that win the battle get posterized?
ユキさんと
At least we have Yuta.
私はまず全員家に戻って呪具の回収。
You gonna steal it? Can you just do that? Would they allow you to? Alright.
回収。サトルが封印されて間もなく光線機構の呪具はだが恵みが全員家の当主になった。
Is he?
後で説明する
Not really yet, right? What was the will? Either Naoya or Megumi, right? Is he official?
が持ち出してすっからかん。
But it was either the will. Naobito said like Naoya or Megumi. What was the condition again between those two? I kind of forgot that part because Naoya got wiped last episode. But like, what did they say? If Gojo is unable to act, then Megumi is in. Okay, and Gojo sealed away. And that's why Naoya was really trying hard to basically get rid of, you know, Megumi, right? Why would Naobito's will consider Gojo though? That's kind of crazy. That's actually crazy glaze. In his fucking will, the Zenin clan, Gojo Satoru is mentioned because he's such an absolute. Like, let's think about it like this, right? Gojo sealed away. Let Megumi do his thing. If Gojo exists, let Naoya do his thing. Cause it with Toji. Okay. I know that Naobito loves Naoya, but there is extra context regarding like Megumi and Gojo, right? And Toji about how Toji wanted Gojo to be like the godfather and shit.
間もなく光線機構の呪具は鴨家と全員家が持ち出してすっからかん。
Alright.
だが
後で説明する
おかげで全員その前に。
Would they really just allow us to do that though? I don't know. Like Ogi, you know, like Toji's like Toji also has a brother, right? That's the one that Naoya was shitting on in the first episode. The one that looks like very barbaric. That's like Toji's brother apparently. That's why he says, nah, you ugly as fuck. You need to look like Toji. I don't think they would just stand there and do nothing. Yeah, Jinichi. Yeah, Jinichi and Toji.
天元様
分かっている。組合
The other thing about Naoya and Toji, the other day I was thinking about is, Naoya doesn't make any sense. Bro was talking about how it's shameful to use weapons. He hates that his older brothers are fucking lame and that they use weapons, right? They're weak. But Toji uses weapons. The more I think about just like Naoya's glaze for Toji, like, do you not realize like this dude uses fucking cursed tools? He also shits on Maki, obviously for being a woman, but Toji and Maki are more fucking similar than Naoya could ever be with Toji. The more I think about Naoya's character, it's just like, what? None of this is straight.
でその前に天元様
分かっ
What?
助かります
Kumiya
ジョー
Juzo?
が住んだらパンダ探して
Juzo Kumiya's atelier. Rich. What? Huh? Oh, foreshadowing? I don't know. Well, okay.
助かります
Wait, Koraka! Yeah! No, Koraka! Yeah! No. The other man of color that Gojo slayed, not really, to, you know, he's stuck, right? He's captured, right? Not. Okay, no, he wasn't. Juzo was not black. Miguel is from Kenya. Juzo is literally a tanned Okinawan. Okay? Juzo is, I'm pretty sure he's a tan Japanese guy. A lot of people like to use him as an agenda for like, nah, Gojo hates black people. He's just tan with the fucking fetish for making, I don't know, just furniture out of fucking people.
ヨウが住んだらパンダ探して
Alright.
海遊の平定に協力する
海遊に参加するよ。
You taking a pop
鈴木
off.
さんや伏黒君たちが海遊に参加する前に少し
Maki's got a lot of things to do here, man. I really love how they're making this so easy to follow. Bullet points, you know, roadmaps here, visualization, right? A lot of for visual learners. I think this is very good to keep up with. Maki's got a lot of stuff to do though first, huh? I'm really excited for what's gonna happen at the Zenin clan place though. I don't think they're just gonna say, oh yes ma'am, just take the tools. I don't know.
少しでも情報を集めたい。また単独行動だけど。
You taking a pop
万
off?
が一身内で潰し合うことがない
He
よう
better
に
pop off.
近場の頃には避けるね。つみきさんに何かあった時の
Megumi has to fight Sumiki, right? There's no way Sumiki versus Megumi doesn't happen, right? Like, you've been setting up Megumi's entire personality as someone that wants to, you know, be so selfish to make sure that good things happen to good people because the world is fucked up. He cares so much about his sister no matter what. That's like the one thing that drives him, even though he's been abandoned as a child. And now she's awake, but she's a fucking participant. She's a project of Kenchak. There's no way Megumi versus Sumiki doesn't happen. Who's gonna use domain expansion first on each other? It has to, is he gonna kill her though? Oh my god. I don't know, but Megumi also is like a potential like vessel for Sukuna too, right? So like he has a lot of like plot armor in that way too. I don't know, man. Oh my fucking god.
それから
Why would Sumiki fight Sumiki? Because I don't know. Because Sumiki, I think is crazy. I think that because like I'm thinking from like this like way of they're both participating, them fighting would be tragic, right? But why would she do that? I think she's not there. Based on their interaction, I think something else is going on, and it might not be the same person anymore.
万が一身内で潰し合うことがないように。それから
There's no way he would summon Mahoraga on Sumiki, right? Is Mahoraga even on the table? It's gonna cut that shit up. But let's just assume Mahoraga is dead. Totality then would cause his other Shikigami to be OP as fuck. That means, because you know, right, the 10 shadows, you kill a fucking Shikigami, they're gone permanently, but their powers feeds other shadows. Mahoraga, if it was dead, wouldn't that just like, either way, either Mahoraga is on the table or not, like, both outcomes are fucking cracked.
身内で潰し合うことがないように。それから
Tame? Oh, totalitation doesn't work because he's not tamed it? Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna, okay, Mahoraga is on the table. I want bro to use Bro sees his fucking comatose sister wake up in a fucking wheelchair. With this treasure I summon! Nah, there's no way. There's no way.
また単独行動だけど、万が一身内で潰し合うに何かあった時のために近場のコロニーは避けるね。
Got it.
結界で電波がいいかも。
Okay. Kill me. They're both thinking that Okotsu near Itadori would keep Fushiguro safe, but it would be more efficient use of their forces so Okotsu to act alone. They're really trying to isolate Yuta, and you know what? I think that might just lead to better highlight reels. A lot of people have been talking about this so-called calendar, right? We were doing some, farming for culling games, and people were memeing about Yuta and some sort of calendar. I think bro is gonna rack up the points like no fucking other by soloing.
てる場合か。しっかり殺してもらえ。先輩。
These two are so fucking great, man.
大丈夫だ。
Yeah. Oh, suicidal brothers.
先輩。
He's really trying. Like, Yuji is so aware that Megumi is an important tool for Sukuna too. Yo, Sukuna listened to everything, right? What do you think Sukuna was doing this entire time? Tengen-sama and Sukuna has never been closer. Yo, what is Sukuna thinking actually throughout this entire time? I don't know. He's just eating popcorn. He taking notes. You think he's studying the rules? He's like Shibu incident 2.0 incoming. There's no way he's not listening, right?
しっかり殺してもらえ。
いや、そうならないためにさ。
先輩。
金次のとこ行け。
Kinji. Hakari! Hakari mentioned finally!
お前らは予定通り。
Yo, Hakari gets hyped up. Season 1 foreshadowing.
はかり。
What do you
今はとに
do?
かく人手が足んねえ。何が何でも。
Yeah.
ラッキーがあるけど、乗ってる時は僕より強いよ。
Okay, Gojo was scaling Yuta and Hakari in like the same league. So was Todo, I think, in season 1. Hakari is shown as like he has like cornrows, but it's black hair, right? And he has like very squinty eyes when being paired with Yuta. The overall design, I don't think, was fleshed out. Now he's blonde, right? But suspended. Stronger than Yuta if he gets into it. I wonder if he's gonna be a character like Todo. Like kind of crazy, right? Like, is he gonna be just like a straight man? Is he gonna be fucking insane? Who knows? But I hope that he's a very colorful character.
ラッキーがあるけど、乗ってる時は僕より強いよ。
Damn.
それはない。
There's this one more thing too. Season 1 was hyping up the existence of fourth years, right? I think the Kyoto Exchange event, they were talking about how the gap is from first year to third years. And I was like, fourth year students? What the fuck? Fourth year students? But apparently Gege didn't really have any plans with that shit. So it's kind of like hype that kind of eh. Ino was fourth year? The Shiesty Sorcerer? Yeah, it didn't really pay off. It would have been just really cool to have like one more like generation of kids above like third year. That's this fucking cracked, but I don't think so, man.
と強いの？
ラッキーがあるけど、
それはない。
Oh my god, just ship these two already, man. Who do you think is saying the truth right now? Maki or Yuta? Of course, Maki's gonna fucking glaze up Yuta no matter what. Yuta is also really like humble, right? And he's also really kind, so I honestly can't tell. One side is simping and the other side is glazing too hard.
それはない。
Wow. Oh my god, this is... This looks like a fucking business proposition, a roadmap, logical decision tree. 12 Kenjaku's objective, bro. Toji Zenin intervenes. Giga Chad. Bang. Amanai Riko murdered. Star Plasma Vessel gone. Assembly with Tengen not possible, bro. 6 year ago, Prison Realm. This is still very sus. Kenjaku somehow got the Prison Realm. That's not really explained. Gojo Satoru sealed, right? 6 eyes gone now. Assimilation failed. Tengen's evolution, right? Become a cursed spirit for manipulation. Assimilation with people, right? These are the two other ways happening, right? Absorb Tengen with cursed spirit manipulation. Kinda crazy. The others, right, we're going right now is the culling games, right? Goal, warm up for the assimilation for people to become together, make modern sorcerer and sorcerers awaken from the incarnated through idol transfiguration fight, Suguru Geto's death, KFC incident, JJK 0, obtain curse manipulation, absorb Maito, obtained idol transfiguration. So like, do you think like, did Kenjaku like, okay, Mui Tempen, Idol transfiguration, right? How much of Kenjaku's plan was actually spontaneous though, right? Because I don't think he could have ever prepared for the existence of curse manipulations to pull up, right? Like, I don't think he ever could have predicted, like, oh, it's just that, oh shit, Geto pulled up with curse manipulation. Now I can actually, you know, use this, right?
ではない。
Evolution of mankind. Use stocked up cursed energy. We go tank to move the bear design to fairy. Okay, this is the calling game stuff. Wow. Free Gojo Satoru. Obtain prison realm. Go through the back, bro. We gotta do front gate. We gotta get the black rope. No inverted spear. Have an angel, right? We'll go through the angel. Rescue Sumuki and reluctant players. Consume 100 points to add a rule. Add a rule allowing escape to the calling. So far, it feels like Sumuki is just gonna be like a vegetative state in a wheelchair, just kind of doing nothing, huh? I hope that she pops off though. Persuade put the rule points. Okay. Whoa, and then the game plan, right? Wonder how Yuki and Choso and Tengen's gonna be hanging out. Yuki, Choso, and Tengen. They're gonna play Monopoly? They're gonna play Uno? Like, they're gonna play board games? What are they gonna be doing, bro? Fuji, we go to Itadori and Megumi, right? They're gonna be hanging out. Okotsu going alone. Maki got her own thing to do with the Zenin clan. Bye, brother. Bye, brother.
助かった。
Oh. Don't say that. Come on, that's a death leg, bro. That's a death leg.
ありがとう。助かった。
I wish you would call him brother, though. No brother? Oh, he's crying. Yuji! Yuki was also one of the few people that found Choso funny when he said, Yuji! Yuki was smiling in the background. These two, what are these three gonna be doing here, man? Just hanging out?
泣いてんの？
Movie time? Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Oh, yikes. Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Oh, that Wi-Fi man? Talk about Wi-Fi man? You guys were saying, talk about when I was, you know, hyping up the Wi-Fi man in the trailer. Wi-Fi man? Booty man, if in the opening? He tries to do stand-up comedy? Ay, ay, ay. Oof. Oh, poor guy. 37. No! Bro's pushing 40. No! Takuma, he's just trying to chase his dreams, but he sucks. No!
お前いくつやったっけ35っすほなもうやめてまえわからんきっかけで急に売れるやつ
Oh, they had always potential.
もともとおもろかったけど埋もれてただけやねん
God damn, the character acting right now. This guy's cooking Wi-Fi man, though. So my man is just a stand-up comic that isn't very funny. He's not giving up. Oof.
先のやつようわからんきっかけで急に売れるやつにおもろなったわけやないもともとおもろかったけど埋もれてただけやねん
Maybe talk about his, you know, he's a fish trying to climb a tree. Basically, like, is a fish supposed to be climbing a tree? No, a fish is supposed to be swimming in the water. A lot of the times, a lot of people force themselves to do something and grind, but they don't really have a tact for it. And they don't know when to call it quits, and they keep trying and trying, but your true potential lies somewhere else. Maybe talk about should be fucking wearing a spandex, you know, BBL fucking leggings and flexing his ass and doing homoerotic bodybuilding poses and participate in the calling games and make Kenjaku laugh, right? That's what's happening in the opening. I think his life's gonna turn around pretty soon.
もともとおもろかったけど埋もれてただけやねんお前そうちゃう悪いことはお前にできる向いてることをせ
As harsh as that was, sometimes you need a reality check, man. Feels mean, right? But like, if this dude truly has no talent in this and he's 35, this is the best thing he could hear.
悪いことは
Like he doesn't even have potential in this. No potential, man. But okay. Is that a compliment? True, but like that feels like a backhanded compliment. Like, bro, your comedy fucking mid. Don't worry, I've seen people succeed without being funny. You still have a chance. It's like, I'm not funny then. Ow. My heart's bleeding for Takaba, man. Funny people. Some Joker shit. Or Joker, like the guy is like, making jokes, but no one's fucking laughing. Delude themselves into believing they're funny. It's all a fucking mind game, man. It's a state of mind. You gotta be crazy. Either be funny or be fucking crazy. Neither? What are you, Takaba? 730! Nanami! 7-3, Nanami, Nanami, Nanami! Huh. What the hell? Calling game player. What is he talking about? Fumiko talk about 730? 50-50? I think this is foreshadowing like what kind of character he is. About the outcomes. Is he a gambler? He's always thinking about like 50-50, 70-30. What? I don't know. I don't know the significance of what he means by 50-50 versus 70-30. 50-50 that he's what? Funny? The former or the latter? Is he the delusional guy? I think he would most likely be the delusional type based on, we already know he's not funny. So all that matters is that he needs to be fucking crazy enough. He needs to go through an awakening. He's too rigid. He's too stiff. He is too thinking too much. He needs to just have fun with it. He needs to embrace the inner Joker side. Bro needs to literally just... Something needs to snap in his mind and start just like fucking being the Joker, man. And maybe that's gonna be, his career popping off. The way that people hype up Takaba also is crazy, right? This character has been glazed to the fucking moon. They be power scaling White Fan Man like crazy. Here's another thing regarding Takaba, regarding like mentality in life, right? We just talked about how a fish shouldn't be climbing a tree, right? Carl Jung, sorry, Kaka TV once said, sometimes people try too fucking hard and that's their problem. People are so convinced and they're so fixated and they're grinding and working really hard. But that itself is very counterproductive to themselves. There's this thing called like empathetic, like something alignment, basically. And it's tricky, right? Because you're trying so hard and you're doing bad, right? And you're doing, for example, me in college and pre-med stuff, I thought all I had to do was grind, put more time in, but I'm not getting the grades I want. And I'm grinding even harder and harder and pressuring myself, but it's not working out. So what do? I grind even fucking harder because I'm a retard. That's what this is. Your downfall is trying too fucking hard and you're forcing it. You need to step back and figure out what is the flow state? What should I be really doing? But that's hard to figure out because there comes a nuanced position where you need to identify, am I really giving up early? Or am I a fish trying to climb a tree? Takaba needs to figure it out. He hasn't found it. He's forcing it. And brute forcing it's never going to work out. So sometimes walking away and deciding something else might be the better path. I don't know what's going to happen with this character, but based on how they glaze this character up and this whole 50-50, 70-30, am I former or latter? Trying to... Very fascinating character. I love how they are hinting just little tidbits of the psyches of this character and how insane he looks in the opening, because he looks like he's having the time of his fucking life in the opening, right? He's just popping up, doing bodybuilding, wearing the craziest shit. So I'm very excited to see Takaba's awakening. Regarding the episode itself, holy lore drop! Goddamn! Just crazy direction. I'm so happy that this is an example of why you shouldn't settle for less in dialogue exposition episodes. So many people are like, what do you mean it's just talking? There doesn't need to be Sakuga. No, Sakuga is not just fucking impact frames during fight scenes, right? The character acting, the way that these, 3D elements and visualizations are done to help us keep track, the constant in the dynamic, movement, the camera work, showing these characters in different lenses, different perspectives, such compelling exposition and lore that keeps me hooked, right? A lot of the times in Tensura, you see a table, people are like, holy fuck, no, I'm gonna go to bed, right? Here, it's fun, I'm locked in, and I love how they gave you like this bullet point, roadmap, right? These like idea logic trees, so it's so easy to keep up. Yes, there's a lot really happening, but at the end of the day, it can really be reduced down to there is one man known as Kenjaku, and bro simply wants to relive the glory days of Heian era. All of this shit is part of his plan and wants humanity to just become the next fucking thing, and that's pretty much it, I think. He just wants to have fun. If you're still here though, if you enjoyed this reaction, please like the video. Check out the other playlists for even more content, and until next time, take care.